The way that I like to think about it, and this is from the vantage point of what do I think makes the optimal DAT and what makes it really perform. Number one is having the appropriate underlying token. A DAT has no reason to exist if no one wants to buy the underlying token. And whether people want to buy the underlying token or not is because your goal is to advocate this to Main Street retail and mainstream financial media. It actually has to have fundamentals. I think a lot of crypto people get this wrong. They've lived in crypto for so long, and it's crazy to me that this is even a debate of whether fundamentals matter or not. If you ever said that in the real world, people would think you're crazy. Obviously, fundamentals are the only thing that matters. And so if your goal is to launch a DAT, you better make sure that the underlying token is something that has a really great fundamental story. And that's why we chose Solana. Solana has such a great fundamental story. It's doing $3 billion of annualized free cash flow, trades at 40 times run rate earnings, taking market share, kicking ass, has all these use cases. And so that's why we think Solana is very compelling. So that's number one, is when you're thinking about a DAT, make sure the underlying token has real fundamental traction. I think number two is thinking about the setup of the DAT. What makes a DAT work is really about velocity. Scale matters at some point, but what matters way more is your starting point and your velocity of growth. Because the faster you grow, the higher the multiple you can attract, and the higher the multiple that you have, the more they can keep the financial flywheel going. The whole goal of DATs is not to speak to the same crypto natives who already owned an underlying token. It's to speak to everyone who hasn't really learned about why Solana is amazing yet and just needs someone to tell them. And so it's going out, advocating for the token, talking about why it's excellent, and talking about it to Main Street retail and mainstream investors.